Hi, I'm Dave Ulrich. What a delight to be with you. I look forward to the discussion. Today we're going to talk about a very simple question. What makes an effective HR professional? You know, that's a question that's been around for a long time. In 1987, with Wayne Brockbank, Dale Lake, and Arthur Young, we began a study of competencies of successful HR professionals. And over the last 25 years, we've done a study every 5 years to look at what HR professionals need to be, know, and do to be successful. In 2007, we found 6 sets of skills of a successful HR professional aligned around people and business. Credible activist. You need to know. You need to build credibility. Business ally. You need to connect with the business. Strategy architect. You need to be able to frame and build strategy. Operational executor. You need to make sure the people side gets done well. Human resource developer and managing the human resource systems. And culture and change and managing culture. That has been a terrific model. But what's happened in the last few years, through 2012, there have been a number of changes in the world we live in. We're more global, clearly more global. We're more competitive. The cycle time for change is increasing. We have to build individual and organizational success. So in 2011, with some incredible partners, co-sponsored by the University of Michigan and RBL Group, we've been able to look at what's the evolution of the skill set for HR people going forward. With the facilitation of our incredible partners around the world, we collected data from just over 20,000 people. And we begin to ask them, both HR professionals and line managers, what makes a successful HR professional in this changing and evolving world? What we found were 6 things, but they're somewhat different than this. At the middle, you still need to be a credible activist. This is someone who takes care of him or herself as an HR person. They're credible, they're trustworthy, they're dependable, and they're an activist. They have a point of view, not only about the business, about themselves, but about the business and how the business operates. What we also found is that you have to be a strategic positioner. It's very interesting. HR today has to be able to position the business that they work in the outside context. That's in the world in which we live. That's with social, technological, economic, demographic trends, managing customers, managing stakeholders. And we found there were 4 critical factors inside the organization you have to manage. You have to be a capability builder. We have to see someone who integrates the HR practices into a set of capabilities. You have to be a change champion. Have to be somebody that manages change and makes it happen because the world is changing. Have to be an HR innovator and integrator. Innovation means doing new and creative HR things, and to be a technology proponent. That's our model. Let me talk about the evolution and then some of the details. Some of the evolution is the same. In 2007, we found that you have to be a credible activist. It's continued. Today, you still have to be a credible activist. But more than ever, that means having a point of view about how the business succeeds in what it does. It's not enough to build trust. It's trust with a perspective. What we then found is knowing the business and strategy architect come into being a strategic positioner. We've raised the bar on HR. We haven't, but our data has. Here, you have to know finance, marketing, strategy. You have to know the basics of business. That's true. And instead of being an architect of strategy or co-architect, you have to be able to position your business in the markets and economies in which we serve. We found in this data that if HR doesn't know the business and link to strategy, they're going to be in trouble. That's not enough. You have to take that knowledge and position your company to be successful. HR. HR now has to do 2 very specific things. One is innovate. In staffing, training, development, we have to innovate. We have to look at the next generation. And we have to integrate. And one of the most fascinating things we found within HR is that it's around people, it's around performance, it's around communication, it's around organization, but it's also around leadership. And leadership becomes the integrator that allows those other things to happen. Operational efficiency is now part of technology proponent. Technology has three levels. One level of technology is getting the basics done well, doing HR more efficiently, getting HR done effectively. HR is getting outsourced. It's being done through technology. Another source of technology proficiency is sharing information. We suddenly live in an information-rich world. But ultimately, technology is a proficient lever when it builds a social media, when the knowledge and data we have connects to the customer and to the employee. And then the change issue has separated. Change has become so critical that we have to manage change. Two parts. One is initiating change, and the other is sustaining change. And culture. Culture is now part of the creation of a set of capabilities. Everything in HR gets integrated around what the organization is known for and good at doing. That's the capability builder. And HR cannot just be an isolated set of practices. It has to be someone that integrates those. And what we found is those 6 sets of skills make an HR professional effective. They explain how good a job I do in HR. Can I manage those things well? And in fact, the most critical is credible activist. It continues to be a central part. But it also determines how effective my business is. And in business effectiveness, it's not just credible activist. It's strategic positioning. Can I position my company in the marketplace in which we work? We call that HR from the outside in. Can I build HR into a unified set of capabilities? Innovation, collaboration, service. Can I build those capabilities? Can I master change? What we found that's actually very interesting around that, to be personally effective, you have to initiate change. To build business success, you have to sustain change. The sustainability piece becomes critical. Can I innovate and integrate HR, especially around leadership and building a sustained leadership group? And can I create technological proficiency? It's one of the keys to HR having an impact on business. What makes an effective HR professional? We've studied it for 25 years. We now have confidence that 20,000 people, half from HR, half from line management, have given us specific, concrete counsel as to what we should know and do. What a great time to be in HR. We're no longer crying for attention. We have opportunities to make a difference. Thank you.